Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to test out the new Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation and also the Anastasia Jackie eyeshadow palette collab. I'm super excited to try these two. I want to see how they perform. I absolutely love Anastasia's brow products and her eyeshadows. So I'm hoping that I really enjoy these. So if you want to see how they look, then please keep watching. So let's just go in first with the Anastasia foundation. So I got the shade 355N, and this is supposed to be a luminous foundation. I believe it's a medium coverage that you can build. So I want to go in with my beauty blender and test her out. Ooh, it's really pretty. It seems like really good coverage just so far. It's a little warmer than my skin, but it definitely perfectly matches my body. I'm just gonna do half of my face so you guys can see the difference. Okay, so this is just one layer with my beauty blender. You can tell it's a nice medium coverage. I'm gonna do the other side and then we can go in and test to see how buildable it is if we add another layer. I really love the packaging. It reminds me a lot of the NARS foundation that I love. And even though this is medium coverage, it does cover the few little marks that I do have right here. Okay, so here is the entire face with just one layer. I think that it looks very beautiful, super natural, but it covered what I needed to cover on my chin area. It's very pretty and like luminous. It doesn't dry down matte at first. I really like it because you can see the skin through. I typically go for a more full coverage foundation, but I think this is really nice where like you can't really tell you have a lot on. It just makes your skin look super dewy and luminous. So I'm gonna just try to go in with one more layer and see how it looks when we build it up. It is covering the melasma I have here, so that's really good. And it feels super light on the skin. And just so you know, if you wanted this foundation, but say you want a little more coverage on some days, you could easily mix in whatever full coverage foundation you like, whether it's like MAC, Studio Fix, Too Faced Born This Way, Smashbox, anything you want. So I think that blended out beautifully. That was with a second layer. I just did one pump on each side versus the first time I did 2 pumps. I think it looks super amazing. So for concealer, we're gonna do Shape Tape in Light Medium Honey. I'm so excited. I love using like a brand new fresh one. It's like the best feeling ever. Also, the color Light Medium Honey is like super good. The Shape Tape is like really full coverage and it dries down like pretty matte. I'm gonna use my Morphe sponge to blend this out. Okay, so here it is with our concealer all blended. I think that so far it looks amazing. I didn't use a primer and I don't notice that my pores are showing a lot. So let's go in with our Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. This is in the shade Medium Dark. The contour is blending so perfect into this foundation. Like it's seamless, you can't see anything and I'm just barely putting any pressure on the brush. So I think this looks so beautiful with the concealer and contour blended out into it. Everything just looks really seamless and natural. Like I'm really loving this. Like you guys know I really don't like more like medium to natural foundations, but this one's actually very impressive. I kind of heard some mixed reviews about it, so I didn't know what to expect, but I'm really loving this one. Okay, so I also got the Anastasia loose powder to try with the foundation. I got this in the shade Vanilla. So I really like that this tub is like super, super big. It comes with a lot of product. So I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna set my entire face and my under eyes with it. I'm just gonna pour some into this cap. I really like how big this cap is. It's super deep, so you could pour a lot of powder in there. This is really pretty. It's very mattifying, and it makes your skin look airbrushed. You can like hardly see my pores, and everything just kind of looks really soft. I'm gonna take my smaller Morphe brush and then use this to set under the eyes. It looks really nice under the eyes. It doesn't look too drying. I heard some people say that they felt like this powder was like too drying, but I really like it. So now I'm going to set, like always, with my MAC Studio Fix powder in N4 just to brighten up the under eye. I'm going to use my MAC brush to just stamp this along the nose and under the eyes. If you do see like little marks, it's because I'm peeling from my retinol right now. Okay, so let's go in with our Cheek Leaders palette and I'm going to contour the nose. We're just taking a little bit of the Hoola color. I'm just going to blend this out with my MAC brush. So I do want to try to bake under my eyes with the Anastasia powder just to see how well it performs. So I'm going to take a little powder puff and just bake under the eyes and bake the sides of the nose. I have this cute little mini powder puff by Alcone. And I also want to just bake down the center. So while that's baking, we're going to bronze up our face. This is the MAC Give Me Sun. And I am using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH02 powder brush. This is a dupe for the Tom Ford bronzing brush. I just did a little bit, really soft. Now let's wipe away the bake. I have so much peely skin here. Like, I don't know how I always accidentally get the retinol under my eye area. I don't know what my problem is. I think it brightened up a lot under the eyes. It's super bright right now, so I might tone it down, but I think it looks really good. It doesn't feel too like tight or dry. Okay, let's go on with our highlighter. We're gonna use Cookie from the Cheek Leaders palette, and we're using the Morphe R36. I just tap it a tiny bit. And I just like my highlight super subtle. Make sure you put on your highlight before your blush so it all looks good together. It will look like it's coming from within. And then for blush, I'm going to use NARS Orgasm. Don't blame me for the name, okay? I'm just reading what the name is. It's like the best coral blush, honestly. Has a little gold in it, so it'll give you a little glow if you don't wear highlighter as well. It's honestly just so soft and so natural. I like using this with the MAC blush brush. This is 116. I normally use the Smashbox slanted brush, but this I like because it's like a little more smaller and stiff, so I focus it more on the apples. Then your cheekbones look a lot higher. It looks like super snatched and like you have more volume on the apples of your cheeks. And today, I'm not going to clean up under my blush because I want to keep this like super diffused and natural. I'm going to go in with my Morphe Setting Mist. It smells so good. It smells like laundry detergent, and the mister on it is like the best mister of all time. And I just love how it feels. I put on kind of a lot, but I love it. Honestly, our face looks so freaking natural. So pretty. Everything is like nice and blended. So for my brows, I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Total Taupe Artist Pencil. I ran out of my Anastasia ones. I don't know what my problem is. I've been to Sephora 3 times and I forgot every single time to pick it up. So I'm just using this. I normally use this to kind of contour my lips, but it actually turns out to be a really good brow pencil in the meantime. So I'm just pressing super light. With my brows, I like to kind of do the line underneath here. Then I like to go up and then do the line on top and then finish the tail. This brow is always so much thicker than the other one. It's like so annoying. Okay, now to set our brows, I'm going to use the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Now I'm going to use the Benefit Highbrow just to carve out under my brows. I honestly love this so much, and I don't know how some days I forget to use it, but to me it makes a huge difference in like lifting the brow. And then I'm going to do this on the waterline as well. I'm going to use a concealer brush to blend this out. I think this looks so fresh and clean and so good. So, on to the main attraction. I'm so excited for this palette. This packaging is everything like super holographic, kind of teal, kind of purple. I love Jackie. If you don't subscribe to Jackie on YouTube, you need to go subscribe to her now. She's hilarious. She has the prettiest makeup. She's just everything to me. I love her. So these are the colors. Oops, my brush fell out. I love that all of Anastasia's palettes come with the brush. So I haven't decided what colors I want to do yet because there's so many amazing colors. My everyday, I'd probably stick to like these here. But for today, I think I want to kind of do a little combination of these cranberries and purples just for something different. And also, hello, the background. So I'm so happy to be trying these. I love Anastasia's eyeshadow palettes. I think the formula is amazing. The pigment is really good on it. And the colors are always super, super nice. And I think that the palettes are great to travel with where you would just have to take one palette instead of packing multiple. Let's go in with the shade Pinker. It's kind of like a mauve cranberry. And we're just going to do this in the crease. I didn't even put a lot, and this brush makes everything super sheer because it just blends it and diffuses it. So this pigment is amazing. I love this shade. So this is just the one crease shade. I'm going to go on with a stiffer crease brush, and I'm going to use Big Wig. So this little brush is actually the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH40. It's like a little baby tapered, really skinny crease brush. So I'm going to take that matte purple shade. And I'm just going to do this in the crease. I like this brush because it's very precise. You can put the color exactly where you want it and it's not going to spread it out. So I like to do this first and then I'll always go in with my other MAC crease brush and kind of blend it out as well. So I'm just taking my MAC brush, the first one I use, and tapping it once into the same color, and I'm just going to diffuse this. I'm trying to still let the other color peek through. This is so pretty. Honestly, these colors are so pigmented. I'm highly impressed because for whatever reason nowadays, there's so many different brands coming out with eyeshadow palettes, and my favorite formula is still like the OG MAC ones. Some of the Morphe ones I really like, but they're not like the most pigmented. The Dose of Color one, of course, I'm obsessed with. I use that in almost every video, but the Anastasia ones have the best pigment to me. They're along the lines of like the MAC ones, and most other brands I've tried, like the pigment has been terrible, the blendability has been terrible, but these blend out so nice. I'm gonna go on with the flat brush for the lid. First, I wanna do the shade Wiggalese. I love all her names. I'm here for it. I'm just going to do this right up to that purple color and go over the edges a little bit. It looks like so pink on me. And then over top of this, I want to do the shade Shookington. It is this purple one. Wow, that really pops. Can you even handle this? I love that we have that pink tone under the glitter to match the crease and it just comes through. It looks so good. So I think I'm gonna go in with Soleil just in my inner corner. And I love using a pencil brush just to get in here really tight. This is so pretty. And then I wanna take the shade Trust Issues and I'm gonna just do that just here in the inner corners. I'm going to spray a little of the Morphe setting spray on my brush just so that pops a lot. This kind of has like a little green undertone. So let's do our lower lash line. I'm first going to take my small little fluffy brush. I'm going to go in with the shade Pinker, which was our first crease color, and I'm going to just diffuse it on the lower lash line. Let's focus this though on the outer corner. Try not to do it too thick because it's a bright color and it might look a little funny. We're going to take our small crease brush and we're going to do the second color, the purple Big Wig, underneath that as well. And then just in the little inner corner, I'm going to take the glitter Shookington, the purple glitter we use on our lid, and just do a little in the center. Then you take your first crease brush and just blend this. This color is so fun. I love this palette so much. I highly recommend it for anyone. There'll be shades for everyone in there. You could do a bold look like this, an everyday look, a smoky look, natural look, anything you want. Okay, now let's do some eyeliner. I'm gonna use the Dose of Colors gel liner. And I want this to be really thin so you can still see the shadow. So I'm using this little detail Morphe brush. It's M508. It's very tiny. And I just wanna do this very thin along the lash line. So it just makes a very subtle difference, but it just makes your eyes pop a little bit. Okay, our liner's now done. Let's move on to bottom mascara. Of course, this is my MAC Extended Play. Okay, so all we have left are our lips. I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude to line my lips. Okay, our liner's done, and I wanna just do kind of like a very nude, natural lip since the eyes are like super dramatic. I'm gonna use the Stila Liquid Lip in the shade Bossy. This is kind of like a nude pink with a purple tint. It looks super like grayish and light. So we're gonna do a lipstick and a gloss over it. We're gonna use the Baddest Beige by Maybelline. And then we're gonna use the Fenty Beauty Fussy Lip Gloss. It's still like a little too purple for my liking, so I think I'm gonna nude it up with the Charlotte Tilbury Nude Kate. Yeah, I prefer this a lot more. I'm gonna just touch up the gloss because I had to blot a little bit of it off. Okay, so this is our final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. My final thoughts on the Anastasia products. The foundation, I really love. It's a medium coverage, but it is buildable. I thought the color was amazing. The finish was amazing. The blendability was amazing. The powder I thought was pretty good. It's a translucent powder, so to me it didn't work any different than my other translucent powders, but I think that it's really nice and I like that it's like a large package. And lastly, of course, the eyeshadow palette. I think it's amazing. The colors are to die for. The packaging is to die for. The pigment is great. And the blendability is amazing as well. So I would highly recommend those products for you guys. I hope that you guys really love this. I thought that it came out so amazing, so fun. I love the skin. I love the eyeshadow palette. You could do so many different looks with that one palette. And I thought for a natural medium coverage foundation that this looks amazing. It doesn't bring out my pores. It covered everything it needed to. Let me know if you tried the new foundation or eyeshadow palette down below. Let me know what your favorite Anastasia products are. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. She wanna pop bottles with a pop star. She wanna rock, yeah, with a rock star.